Hey there, and welcome. So today we're going to talk about something really fascinating, a way to work with your skin's own natural intelligence to help it renew itself from the inside out. We're going to get into the science of microneedling and really understand how it can help change the texture and story of your skin. So let's start right there with the story our skin tells. So many of us have a story that's kind of written on our skin, right? Maybe it's acne scars or just some uneven texture. It's like a history of breakouts, inflammation, all that stuff. But what if you could actually encourage a new chapter? We're not talking about erasing the past, but really, truly regenerating for the future. Okay, so to figure out how to change that story, we first got to understand how it gets written in the first place. See, scars aren't just marks on the surface. They're like a physical memory of how your skin is healed. It's interesting, in traditional Chinese medicine, they often look at this as a kind of stagnation, a spot where energy and circulation just isn't flowing quite right. This really helps us kind of reframe how we think about things like acne scars. It's not about something you need to aggressively scrub off or, blast away. A pitted scar is really just an area where the foundation, your collagen, has been lost. That's what creates that shadowing look, like a tiny little valley on your skin. So the goal isn't to remove anything. The real key is to rebuild that foundation from the inside out. All right, let's take a closer look at that foundation. I'm talking about collagen. It's the protein that gives our skin its firmness, that bounce, really its whole structure. Think of it like the scaffolding that holds up a building. But here's the thing, that scaffolding doesn't stay exactly the same our whole lives. And wow, this really shows you what I mean. A study found that the collagen layer in a 2-year-old's skin is almost 3 times thicker than in a 90-year-old's. It's a huge difference. As we get older, that foundational layer just naturally gets thinner. And what does that mean for us? Well, it means less support, which can make those little valleys from old acne scars look even more noticeable. So you can see why the real secret is figuring out how to, gently remind the skin how to rebuild that crucial foundation. And this is exactly where we can step in. But listen, we're not talking about forcing a change. It's all about prompting one. It's like sending a gentle signal to your skin to wake up its own amazing built-in healing system. And this whole approach, it's called collagen induction therapy, which is just the sciencey term for what microneedling does so well. So what is microneedling really? At its heart, it's like having a conversation with your skin. We use these incredibly fine needles to create tiny, controlled little channels in the skin. They're basically invisible signals that just whisper to your body, hey, could you send a little repair crew right over here? This tiny, controlled injury kicks off a beautiful and totally natural healing process. And going back to that TCM idea, it's also a great way to help break up that stagnation and get the circulation flowing again. And this whole repair job happens in 3 main stages. First step is inflammation. This is when your body sends out growth factors to the site. Think of them as the project managers showing up to assess the situation. Next, you've got proliferation. This is where the real work begins. The crew starts building a fresh framework of new tissue and, this is the important part, new collagen. And finally, there's the remodeling phase. This happens over weeks and months as that new collagen gets stronger and more organized, and that's what gives you that tighter, smoother look on the surface. Okay, so this all sounds great, but does it actually work? Well, this isn't just some nice idea. We're talking about a process that gives us real, measurable, science-backed results. 400%. Just let that sink in for a second. That massive number, that's your skin's incredible potential to rebuild its own foundation. And that's not just a number we pulled out of thin air. It comes from a clinical study by Dr. Des Fernandez, who's a real pioneer in this space. His research showed a jaw-dropping 400% increase in collagen 6 months after a microneedling treatment. This really proves the long-term regenerative power of just, prompting the skin to do what it already knows how to do, heal and rebuild itself. So if you're thinking this might be for you, you're probably wondering, okay, what does it actually feel like? And what do I need to do to take care of my skin afterwards? Let's break it all down and demystify the whole experience. Right after your treatment, your skin is probably going to look and feel a lot like a mild sunburn. It might feel a little tight, and yeah, it'll be a bit red for a day or two. Then, over the next few days, you might notice some dryness or even a little bit of peeling. And I want to be super clear, this is all completely normal. In fact, it's a good sign. It means that healing process has officially kicked off. And don't worry, it's all temporary and usually clears up within about a week. taking care of your skin during this phase is actually pretty simple, but it is super important. For about the first 72 hours, you'll want to stay out of the sun and maybe skip any really sweaty workouts. It's also about giving your skin the right fuel to rebuild. Think of it like this. Products with antioxidants like vitamin C are the building blocks for strong new collagen. And this is also where something like LED light therapy can be an amazing partner to the process, because it really helps to calm things down and give your skin cells an extra boost of energy while they're doing all that important work. So here's the big takeaway. Microneedling isn't about fighting your skin. It's about collaborating with it. It's a truly regenerative approach that basically empowers your skin to rewrite its own story by rebuilding from the ground up, one little collagen fiber at a time. If any of this has made you curious and you want to see if this kind of approach might be right for you, the next step is super simple. It's just a conversation.